Oh, hi everyone. Nice to see you all. My name's Dr. Downing. I was just working on a new song that I'm trying to learn by the Foo Fighters. It's called Exhausted. It's been around for a while, but it's new to me. So I'm trying to work through the chords of it. So, welcome everybody. I'm here to talk to you today about the internship program at Kutztown University. So, let's dive in. Starting the internship process at Kutztown University through the English department, which includes the professional writing program, is as simple as having a conversation with your academic advisor. Presumably, you will meet with your academic advisor several times over the course of your career at Kutztown. During that time, be sure to devote part of that conversation to discussing questions related to your internship. The internship itself is the capstone of your program within the English department, both on the ENG, the English side, and the PW side, the professional writing program side. The experience at Kutztown culminates with real world experience, and that is accomplished through the internship. The conversations that you have with your academic advisor will go a long way toward diminishing any drama or anxiety associated with pursuing, applying for, and completing your internship. During that time, you want to talk about your career goals generally and what you see yourself doing professionally. Ask yourself, if you could pick any internship in the world, what might you like to do? Aim high. Ask yourself what friends, neighbors, or family might be able to help connect you to an internship as part of that process. You should also ask yourself what Kutztown English faculty member might be the best choice to supervise your internship. So there are all these pieces of the puzzle that need to fit together. And the sooner you begin to have these conversations with all of the people involved, the better off you'll be the less you'll suffer and the better off you'll be in the long run. So as these conversations continue, you should also be looking around online for places that may serve you well as a potential internship site. Many internships are done remotely these days, so do not hesitate to target organizations in other states or possibly other countries. Um, I was supervising an internship within the last year or so, and guiding the student through it. And I had this student put together a list of potential websites, and then she began to move her way through the list, contacting them, and it worked out. And she got something exactly what she wanted, and she was contributing to their blogs and websites and things like that as a professional writer. You can also check out the Kutztown University Professional Writing and Career blog. That site features internship advertisements from the web. It also has helpful links, which we will cover as part of this presentation. And I can share that with you right now. Let me share my screen. There we go. Just took me a second. This is the Kutztown University Professional Writing Career and Internship blog. And I run this site. And what I do is I've set up what's called a Google alert so that on a regular basis, Google sends me results from the web related to professional writing internship opportunities and career opportunities, and I post them here. So you see, I have to catch up because it's March, and the last thing I posted was from February. So I like to try to do it every month, right? So I'll try to catch up to this. Remote internship through FV magazine, 5 unspoken rules for following up on internship applications, student journalists wanted, etc. Okay, so I'm going to stop my share and come back to my script here. Okay, so you can check that out. Also be aware that in some instances, you can actually create your own internship. By this, I mean that some organizations do not have formal internship programs and have never even thought about hosting an intern. But if you approach them in a professional way and offer to contribute to that organization, to their website, to their social media, their blogs, other writing-based efforts, newsletters, you may find them receptive. Please know that any internship sponsored within the English department, and specifically the professional writing program, needs to be at least 75% writing associated tasks. This includes research conducted on writing projects, writing emails, revising drafts, making edits, reading the written material of other writers within the organization, and other writing related tasks. And we require this because we do not want your internship to devolve into menial tasks, such as getting coffee or making lunch runs for people in the organization. You are there to contribute and to develop your professional skills. Again, not to serve people coffee. So know that, and we will be looking for that. The organization that is offering to host you as an intern has to submit a letter, and on that letter, it will say what your tasks are going to be at the organization, and we will take a look at that. And then, if everything is right, then we approve it. If not, we will ask questions and see if we can figure out what we need to figure out related to that. And while we're here, it is also important to understand that if at any point during your internship you are made to feel uncomfortable or intimidated, please communicate with your Kutztown University faculty internship supervisor. That is the person in the English department who is supervising your internship. So there'll be two people. There'll be somebody on the Kutztown side, which is a faculty member, such as myself or any number of the other faculty members within the English department. And then there's going to be the person that supervises you on site. And it could be remotely, but that is your site supervisor, faculty supervisor, site supervisor. The sooner you can wrap your head around that, the better off you'll be. Okay. And please know, again, while we're here, that anything that you report to your KU, your Kutztown faculty supervisor, is considered confidential, and that they will work with you to develop an appropriate response or strategy. We're not going to just overrule you. We're going to have a conversation. So if you let us know that you feel intimidated in that role, we're not going to then, immediately contact your site supervisor. We're going to talk to you first. So know that. But let's get back to the timeline in terms of achieving the goals of developing and manifesting this internship for you. As you are conducting your own research on your internship, talking to friends and family, talking to KU faculty, the next step will be to take a course called WRI 380, which is Professional Seminar. This class is designed to be taken during the semester immediately prior to your internship. Now, it can be, maybe a year before, but not too far. You have to have a certain number of credits, and you need to be closing in on your internship. During this class, you'll be asked to, among other things, pull together your resume, learn how to write professional emails, create a professional portfolio, market yourself, make contact with people at potential internship sites, and how to complete the university application process so that you can complete your internship in timely fashion. The application process consists of two forms. The first is an application to take WRI 390, which is the class. That's where you get the credits. So that is essentially a class. There's WRI 380 and 390. The 380 prepares you for the internship. The 390 is the internship itself. Both forms need to be filled out completely. And as a side note, before I share my screen and turn toward that, we are currently in the process of trying to take these forms 100% online. But at the time of creating this video, we still have two offerings, a fillable PDF and a static PDF that I'm going to show you in a minute, both of which need to be downloaded and filled out online. And the fillable forms one needs to be open in a PDF reader that allows for the fillable forms, like an Adobe Acrobat program. You'll see when I take you there. All right, let me share my screen again. Okay, so we're back to the Kutztown University Professional Writing Career and Internship blog, and we are looking at Kutztown Professional Writing links. If I click through there. So just to go through these links, there's not a lot of them. Here you have the Kutztown University English Department website, the Professional Writing Program website. I'm not going to open these two because I'm trying to move along here. And here you have Kutztown University Internships General Information. So I'm going to open that in a new tab, which brings this up. And it gives a general outline for internships at Kutztown University, both credit-based and not for credit. Now, within the English department, they will be credit-based, although you can do internships not for credit, which are not outside the program, but they're just outside of credit, meaning that you can do as many internships as you like while you're a student at Kutztown University. Not all of them will be for credit. You only need to take one internship for credit. But if you happen to do two, and sometimes students do that, you have that option. So if you want to look at this page, I'm not going to go through the whole page with you, but it is there and it's not super long. Then clicks through to resources preparing for an internship opportunities. So that's the university's offering, as opposed to what we're trying to do here in the professional writing program. And here are the forms. Kutztown University Professional Writing Internships. You will need to download or open the following fillable forms in a compatible PDF reader in order to access the active fields. So that's what I was saying a moment ago. In order to access those active fields, it needs to be downloaded. I'll show you. We recommend opening an Adobe Acrobat. Preview in browser will not typically show the fillable fields. So, you're up against the limits of the technology. So let's start with the third one here. Kutztown University Professional Writing Internship Request Application Print. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that, and here's what you're going to get. This is not the fillable form version. So up here, what you would do is you would print these, and then you'd fill them out by hand. Student name, address, student ID, phone, email, internship semester here. I'll zoom in. Fall, spring, summer, and the year. Verification of attendance at internship meetings. We're in the process of revising this form, but what that means is when we were on campus, now so much instruction is being provided remotely. When we were on campus, we would hold 2 internship sessions. We'd bring all the prospective interns into a room and describe the process and all of that. We have since created the class WRI 380, which fulfills this. So this will likely go away at some point. I don't think I can highlight it, but don't worry about that. Your job is to fill out as much as you can of these forms. And if there are questions, then you ask. And the person that you can ask is either your academic advisor or the person that you're thinking about asking to be your faculty internship supervisor, which doesn't have to be your academic advisor, just to make clear, right? But that's, it's a good idea to start to think about that so you can approach somebody with questions. The next section is the verification of eligibility. This is completed by you in conjunction with your academic advisor. So right when you come into the program, you are assigned an academic advisor, and that person then sits down and makes sure that you've completed the right courses, that your grade point average in the major is 3.0 or better, that you've completed English 230, you've passed at least 2 professional writing courses at the 300 level, you've attached an up-to-date copy of your grid sheet, which is your checklist of all of the classes that you have taken at the university, attached unofficial copy of transcripts, which can be downloaded through MyKU, and attach a current schedule with any core courses highlighted, meaning you're at the point there where you're trying to apply for your internship and you still have some aspect of this section to be completed, like you're enrolled in the class, but you haven't quite finished it yet, then you show that on your schedule. So all of these things are details that need to be attended to, and don't skim over them because they're all important. And then at this point, your academic advisor signs off and dates it, and on it goes. Now, here's the other side of the coin to be completed by your site supervisor. That's the person that'll be supervising you on your site or remotely if you're working remotely. So the idea here then is the number of hours the student is going to work, and they also need to attach a brief type description, name of the organization, address, printed name, phone, email, and then signature of site supervisor confirms the internship agreement. Again, we're trying to take all these forms online, but right now, here's the printed version. Then this final piece, you see that again, there's 3 people involved with this: your academic advisor, your site supervisor, and then your faculty internship supervisor. Now that person can be the same as your academic advisor, but doesn't have to be. Okay. So if you have asked me, for example, to be your faculty internship supervisor, all of this waits until I am the last person to sign off. So you will ask me initially early on, and I will agree typically. If I may not agree, then it will be out of concern because maybe I'm not the right person. Like if you're looking for a public relations internship, my background is technical writing and journalism. So maybe you want to ask somebody in the program, some faculty member that knows more about PR than I do. So I might push back on that, but typically when students ask me, I will supervise their internship and I fill this out. I've agreed to work with you on a particular date, I have contacted, see, I have to contact then the site supervisor to make sure, I say, hello, are you going to work with this person? And they will confirm that. And then we move forward and then I sign off and date it. And this form here, again, with all of the specifics filled out and the signatures created, all goes up the ladder then at Kutztown. It goes to the English department chair, who then signs off on it, and then it goes to the dean's office from there, and then goes to the registrar, and you get enrolled for your credits for the internship. Okay, form number 2 then, request to take an internship. This is a different form. Both forms are necessary to move through. And this one is, please check one. Here, typically undergraduate student, the semester and the session, paid internship, yes or no, last name, first name, student ID number, all of these things. Wants to know the sponsoring organization, the address, and the industry. All of those specifics need to be filled out. And then signatures required for internship are the department chairperson, professor, and the dean, as I just said a moment ago. Here you print the professor's name and then sign off. This would be your internship supervisor, your faculty internship supervisor. Here's the chairperson's signature. Here's the dean. The dean's signature goes here, right here. And if it's going to be graduate, then that's a whole different thing. But typically, we have undergraduate students do not write below the line. Okay, so those are those 2 forms, and I can show you the fillable fields as well. So here's the request, and here's the application. I will open this, and you'll see that the fields are not fillable at this point. But if I download it here, and then I open it, see if it works. Okay, so now I've downloaded it, and the fields here are fillable. You'll be able to type them in this way. Okay, so again, my name is Professor Michael Downing, and my email address is downing, DOWNING, @kutztown.edu. If you have questions, please let me know. But that's a quick overview. I don't know how quick, maybe 15 minutes of the internship program at Kutztown University. Thanks very much, and I hope to see you soon.